I proposed within my state 4 years ago, 3 years ago when I ran for office, right? For election reform. Everyone was talking about, we need to have election reform. Yeah, you do. But your proposals are, it's a whitewash. You're not doing anything. You're giving lip service. What you really need to do is you need to define the terms. And defining the terms for campaign contributions, because that's what it's all about. It's contributions to a campaign, right? So the only one who can campaign on your behalf is you. Election law. This other group, you're not running for office, you can't put out a campaign ad. You're not allowed to because you're not running. If you would like to, then pony up and run for office. All right? So it gets rid of that. Second thing that comes in, that candidate can only take money from people within his district. No businesses, no corporations, individuals. If the CEO of a company happens to live in your district or wants to write you a check, fine, he can do that. A company check, can't do it. Nope. And not only do you get to throw it back, if you accept that check, you're off the ballot. You're off the ballot.
I agree with you. That's a good one.
You know, bye-bye, try again next year. So you can only take it. Now, let's define that term a little further. A resident of the district, yeah, for 5 years. You have to be a resident of that district for 5 years before you can even make a campaign contribution to someone running for office in that district. Why? Because you got to have some skin in the game. That person who's running is running to represent that district. And if you just moved into that district, you're not really a part of that district. I think 5 years is a nice vested time for you to get acquainted with your neighbors in your community and get involved in that community. Otherwise, who are you to come in on day one and on day two write $1 million check to some candidate when you don't know anything about our community? So let's put a 5-year limit on that. Now that we're talking limits, once again, we're going to limit how much money you can give. If you do that, you completely change. That's election reform. Because now you have no lobbyists, no special interest groups. They can't even put up a commercial for you and say, well, we're doing it on our own. Not allowed to do it, right? Because what would happen? Boot it out, you're going to pay a fine. And the fine is double whatever you spent. Whatever your airtime was, your production time, the whole 9 yards. If you spent $1 million in that commercial, go ahead and run it. Your fine's double.
Ouch.
Yeah. Now you start doing that, and people are going to say, shoot, we need to get out of this game and find some other way to do something else.